Bishop, can you hear me? My cat is wanting attention. Oh my gosh. I see you, baby. I see you. Can you hear me? Not you two. I see you two. Oh my goodness. Can you hear me, Bishop? Hi, Darla. Can you hear me? Hi, guys. Checking to see if you can hear me. I know y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Okay, thanks, Darla. Thanks, Julie. I wasn't sure. Nobody was answering. Hi, Gaga. I'm going to color in the book again today. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Lisa. Elmaris. Okay, y'all are going to have to go out now. Y'all are going to have to go out. No, not staying out of stuff. Okay, let's see. Raquel, Tori, Juanita, working in Larkin, Trisha, how y'all doing? So I thought we would do the pandas today and base coating with Crayola water-based markers. Not sponsored, just using them. Hi, Kenny, how you been? Thanks, Carla. How you doing? Okay, you're playing on your jelly plate today, Gaga? Okay. That's a mess. That's a big project when you get out the jelly plating. Just saying. You definitely have to lock the cats out when you do jelly plating. Hi, Julie Topaz. How you doing? Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. Hi, Zeely. Hi, Molly. I know I'm probably missing people coming in, but yeah. I come on a little early to say good morning. I do have a couple happy mails. I don't think I have any art cards. No more art cards came in. I think I have some happy mail, a Valentine's card, and some collage fodder that came in. But no more cards have come in. Now, if the cards come in over the next couple days, they'll still be counted, but I won't be able to show them on stream because there won't be any more streams before I swap them out over the weekend. So, hi, Faye. Who else? Linda, Wendy. I know I'm probably missing people. I try to, Janice. So, yeah, we are going to color today and just show that happy mail. I really need to go get my glasses came in, so I really need to go get those today. So I might go make the stream. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I do need to go get my glasses. Let's see. Hi, Faye. Said hi to Elmaris, I think. Sarah. Val. So, yeah, how's the lighting look? Does it look okay? Let's see there. I think it looks good. I'm going to zoom in, too, when we go to color. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of postage, Bishop. Yeah, between everybody sending extra stamps and some money for postage, I'm good. Thank you for asking, though. Yeah, and then Faithful Mass sent me a bunch more postage. So thank you, Faithful Mass. So I'm going to show those cards and stuff here shortly. I sent out all the collages that I'd finished, and I sent out 2 more prayer pouches. I won't say who they're going to, but I sent out 2 more. Hi, Janet. I did post them on Instagram so you can see them. I'm trying to post them over on Instagram as I'm trying not to forget to take pictures of them before I mail them out. So let's see. Candace. Let me get a sip of my juice here. Hi, Barb, Chicken Pot Pie Society. Let's see. I think I said hi to Faye, Jessica, Auntie Mame. Got to get my voice rolling here. Let's see. So I thought we would at least get, get started on this. I don't know that I'm going to finish it all because the background I'm going to want black. And I thought maybe I would try to do just some markers or a pen. Maybe a, what do you call it, pen? Faber-Castell. Let me see. Brush pen. No, I got one here somewhere. Where did it go? Here we go. Maybe a Faber-Castell brush pen for the background instead of painting. I'm going to try to make it an easy page. Now these don't go through. Let me make sure my Faber-Castell doesn't go through. Let's see. Let's do a little test. I don't think it will, but let's test. Yeah, no, it's not going through either. You always want to check though. I know my Crayolas won't go through. Let's see. Well, then get them out, Jessica. We're going to use them today. And we're going to use a water brush. And you can water them down on the tray. So if you want a light color, like let's say I want a little bit of shadow in his fur. And I do have a reference picture. You can just do this and then pick it up with your water brush. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You can pick it up with the water brush and then have a light. You can have a light wash. Can you see that there? I have the overhead light off. I'm wondering if I should turn it on. Sometimes it's good. When it's a real sunny day like it is today, it can be glary. So I usually turn the overhead light off when it's sunny. So anyway, hi, Bonnie. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Trisha. I said hi to Trisha. Gina. Diane. Tabby. So, yeah. I watercolored with them on last Monday's stream. Yeah, if y'all missed, Janet was doing some lettering. She did some lettering on her stream on Monday. And speaking of Janet, we plan on doing a journaling by 5 tomorrow morning at 9:30. 9:30 instead of 8:30. We'll be here at 9:30 Eastern and journaling by 5. About an hour and a half, maybe. That's all it should take, right, Janet? Hi, Sherry Bug. So, yeah, tomorrow at 9:30, Janet and I are going to do a journaling by 5 our way. Our way. So we made up our own rules. Well, I mean, we follow the rules, but we, kind of adapted them to us. So, yeah, we're going to be 9:30 tomorrow morning. So, yeah, the evil laugh, Tori. Oh my gosh. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We're not getting stressed out about it. We're just going to have some fun. So 9:30 tomorrow, Eastern. So, yes, Barb, doing it our way. So, yeah. And if y'all have not seen Shannon Green, who invented the journaling by 5, I don't even know how many years ago, a lot of years ago, because I did it with her years and years ago. And it's fun. But yes, the the Cackler Society. Yeah. Hi, Arlene. Oh, let's see. What else? Trying to see anybody else. Jane. Yeah. So we'll probably get started here in about 5 minutes and start working on this. So yeah. So I have my tray if I need. I got to get my voice going. I have my tray here if I need to water any of the markers down, or I can use them just straight, full color, which I'll probably do on some of them. But the shading, I did find a picture of some pandas with some brown, like their tummy is kind of brown, and their shading in here has a little tan in there. And then after I do that, if I find the need to, which I probably will, add some color pencil. I'll probably add color pencil or maybe some Posca if I need Posca for little hairs or anything like that. So yeah, that's a plan for today. If y'all have any questions, just put them in caps. Make sure you have live chat clicked at the top. And if something goes fuzzy, make sure that YouTube didn't throw you back to 144p in the little wheel setting. Make sure you're at 1080p or at least 720, depending on your internet strength. Let's see. Okay, Annie Mae. Thank you. Hi, C&P, Cat and Paste. Let's see. So what are y'all working on these days or since Monday? Are y'all working on anything? I hope you're working on something. I did finish my second book in that series. Now I have to wait for Thrift Books to send me episode 1 and 2. I read 3 and 4, so I'm waiting on that. The second one was good too. I'm enjoying. She's just, they're cozy mysteries. I still have 3 other ones, not in that series, but 3 other cozy mysteries to read. I'll probably end up reading one of those before I get to the other thrift books come in. I don't read more than one. Like, I read a lot of books at the same time, as long as they're all different. Like, I can read a history, a mystery, I can read, something on theology. I can read different topics, different genres, as long, I can do that. I can read multiple books, but I don't want to read 2 cozy mysteries at the same time, like 2 of the same kind of idea, because then I don't want to, not that I would get them mixed up, but it's just easier if you just read, if you're reading multiple books, that you read different things. Oh, good, Victoria. Thank you. Thanks for being here. So Jessica's been working on a diamond painting. Trish, you've been working in the ink house? Oh, I love that book. I got to get back in it. I did something on every page, but I haven't finished. I think I might have finished one. No, I almost finished one page. But I did work on the whole book. If y'all don't know what Trish, let me see if I have it. Let me looking on my shelf, see if I can spot it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I see it. Trisha's talking about this book, The Ink House. Rory Dobner, and it's just a stunning book, isn't it? So Zelie said she finally finished Sarah Richter PDF. I'm not sure. Had to fix disaster. I'm not sure what Sarah Richter. I don't know what the project that is, Zelie. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. You've never read a cozy mystery? Oh my gosh. Oh, she already. I don't know who did that one either. Lemon Pies and Little White Lies. Who's the author, Arlene? That's a kind of cozy mystery. That's, when they're titled like that. That's cozy mysteries are titled like stuff like that. Oh my gosh. She has been knitting another hat, swatching color pencils. That's chill. Cat and Pace says, I can't stop coloring. Yes, I know. I am an enabler. So anyway, I did go through and put something on every page. I'm using purple and like a gold color, yellow gold color, and this is all with the what do you call it? The marker, the Crayola markers. All this is done with Crayola. These. Oh, it is Ellery Adams? Well, what series is it? It's not the series I'm reading. It must, what series is it in? Do you know, Arlene? Because it's not in the 4 books that I'm reading. So it must be in her other series. which I have to get hardbacks for. Let's see. Molly loves cozy mysteries are her fave. Yeah, I know. They have some of the funniest names. Hi, Ashley. Let's see. Zeely says, so I printed in quite heat set the ink. Oh, Pan Pastels made your, oh, it wasn't dry? The ink wasn't dry, Zeely, and you smeared it with Pan Pastels? Because Pan Pastels usually don't smear things unless it's wet. A Charmed Pie Shop mystery? Oh my gosh, I don't know about that series, Arlene. I don't have her books in here right now. So I started this one. And this one I did the stained glass in, and I got to finish these books. But this is some gold. You can see gold watercolor there. And but all this purple here and this yellow color here, those are the Crayola markers. Oh, thanks, Carla. You're so sweet. Thanks, Carla. I appreciate it. And thanks, guys, for leaving me comments in the comment. That does help promote the channel when you leave comments. I know we do most of our talking here in the channel, so people don't tend to leave comments because we're chatting in the show and I'm answering the questions. But it does help the channel if y'all leave a question or a comment in the comment section after the video. Notice I'll always use fixative on PDFs. Oh, okay. So that's what you're talking about before working on them. Okay. Yeah, I don't usually use PDFs, but I did not know that Pen Pastels would make printer ink move. But that's good to know, to test, Zeely. Yeah. Hi, Jacqueline. Oh, can't pass the opportunity to rave about Donna Andrews. All the titles have to do with animals and have puns. We'll always have parrots. Oh, brother, Annie Mame. That's good pun. That's a good pun. So thanks, guys. Oh, Janet gave you the heads up. Okay, to ask for a thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Heads up and thumbs up. Hi, Kalora. Happy hump day to you too. So anyway, yeah, this is a fun book to work in, and it's just a beautiful book, just in and of itself. It has a nice story with it, and yeah. So yeah. So the ink house. Okay, so we're going to work in my Fragile World that Gaga sent me for my birthday. And if y'all missed it, let me move. We did this page. We didn't finish it on stream. I finished it after stream because it's hard to finish a page like this in 3 hours. Just saying. Let's go ahead and zoom in one here. There we go. So, yeah. But we finished this one, or I finished it. I did post it on Instagram. Fab Cozy Miller Mrs. Definitely check out Donna Andrews, but start with first book. There's a lot of character development. That is fun. Well, here's the problem with that, Annie Mame. I have to try to find the hardback because, when you've got 13, 14, 15, 20 books out, most likely they're all going to be in those little paperbacks, the little paperbacks. And I can read them, but I don't enjoy reading them. It's very strainful on my eyes and it's hard to read. It's so tiny for me. So I like to read hardbacks or the oversized paperbacks, the soft covers, that are about the same size as a hardback. So that's why I was happy to find the other two in the Scone series, Scone and book, the Society, ones on Thrift Books. So now I can read 1 and 2 because I've already read 3 and 4. Thank you, Jessica. So we're going to go over here to the pandas here. And I guess I could go ahead and get started. We can get started. Oh, Annie Mame, you're sweet. I don't really have, we used to, well, we do have one small used bookstore kind of close, but I don't even know if they're open right now. It's hard to say. Hard to say what's survived these days. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and start. Let me go ahead and put some stuff on some color on the panda, like I was showing here. Some like tan color in the shadows of his white fur. So you just put some down on it doesn't have to be a porcelain tray. It can just be a piece of plastic. It can be a piece of plastic, like from a packaging, like something like, a piece of plastic. You can't see that. And just put some white paper. Oh, you know what? Let me do my Happy Mail first. And you can just put some paper underneath like this, white paper. And then you can, it's hard to see there, but it does go on there, see? And then you can pick it up like that. So it doesn't have to be a porcelain tray. It could be a plastic, just anything non-porous, so that it'll, just wet and not soak in. All right, so real quick, let me go ahead and do my Happy Mail real quick. Like I said, I did not get any more art card swaps in. So I don't know. Hopefully those that have sent it in and I haven't got it yet, they'll come in before the weekend, because I'm going to swap them out and get everything mailed out by Tuesday. So if I get them in the next couple days and I'm still in the process of swapping them out, then I can swap them out. If I don't get them in time, then if I get them after I've already swapped them out, I can show them and I'll send them back to you, because I won't have any to swap out, right, with you if they're here late. I did give y'all an extra week, so we had did we have almost 6 weeks? We had at least 5, maybe 6 weeks. So I gave y'all a lot of time to get them in, and I know sometimes international I know that international, can be an issue, but, I can't really do anything about it. And I can't wait because, I just can't. Everybody else is waiting on theirs. A styrofoam plate. I don't know, Brandy, maybe. It might be a little porous, though. I don't know. You could try. But you just, any packaging. Just any piece of you could use a page protector, anything plastic, and just put a piece of white paper behind it so that you could see the color, anything. Okay, so let me show you. First, I got a little card here from Norma. I got a nice Valentine card from her. Thank you so much, Norma. This was so sweet. And happy Valentine's Day back to you, too. So that'll go in the Fibs book. Well, she's got I think she has a double page in the Fibs book. I'll see if it'll fit. But that'll go. I'll put it with over to the Fibs book stack. Get that back in the little envelope there. There we go. Then I got some collage fodder, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know who this is. L. Patrick. I don't know if that's Elisa. I'm not sure who it's from. There's no note inside. It just says on the back, collage fodder on the envelope, and her address and my address. It doesn't have any notes in here that I saw. So I'm not sure who it is. If someone wants to fess up as to who it is. I did kind of glance through. Look at this. I love this. At some of the pictures. Is it Linda Patrick? Linda Patrick. Okay, let me write that down. Y'all remember now, guys, I don't know. I don't know a lot of y'all's real names. So if you don't tell me it's not on the envelope, I'm not going to know. And I'm especially not going to know your last names. I barely know Janet's last name, and she hasn't posted. Thank you, Pacola. And good morning, by the way, Pacola. Oh, there she is. All right, there she is. All right. Well, I didn't know, Linda. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to show your collage fodder, and it'll go in the collage fodder pile. Thank you, Linda, for participating in the challenge. So, oh my gosh, look, is this donuts? Yeah, donuts. That's cute. Or else could be planets, donut planets, and little maps, a little house, some little goats, some numbers, and a hands-on. I'm not sure what this is. Some kind of a rec center or something. So yeah, thank you, Linda. Now that I know, it's from you. Okay, so let me put this together in with your envelope paper clip to it. I have a stack of paper clipped collage fodder to work on. So yeah, let's get a paper clip. Do I have one there? Do I have one? Let me see. Yeah, here's one. There we go. All right. All right, Linda. So thank you for participating. This will go in the stack of collage stuff. And then I got happy mail from Faithful Mass, our Faithful Mass. She sent a bag. She always has so much, and she's our washi tape queen. So here's the envelope. We both have PO boxes, but she sent this to my house, so I'm not going to show that. Let's see. So she sent me a happy birthday. Big squeeze, your Faithful Mass. I call her our Faithful Mass, with a pretty postcard. So I'll put this in the Fibs book. And she sent me so here, guys, again, we'll have plenty of postage for the swap between all this and you guys that have sent in other postage and some money for postage. So yeah. A planet made of donuts is a dream come true, Trisha said. I know. So thank you, Faithful Mess. Something's heading your way. Something is heading your way. So let's put this over here. And this. Swapping all this out here. I have stacks of different. I keep it all organized. I am very organized. Whenever I tell Hubster, I think I'm going to go organize. He goes, oh, yeah, you really need to do that. Because he knows how organized I am. I'm pretty organized. Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. But the planet wouldn't last too long. It'd be a hard time. It's cooler, I know. I just think that's going to be cool to do planets, right, with donuts. All right. So let's see here. I think the lighting is okay. If it goes dark or something, y'all have to let me know because, I can lighten it up, but I don't want to flash it out. So I think right now it's good. So I think it doesn't matter if I do the brush pen in the background first or second because the Faber-Castell is waterproof. Now, that is one thing you do have to be aware of when you're using the water-based markers, Crayola or whatever brand, because they are they're like watercolor, so they're going to be reactive. So if you do a background with one color and you touch it with another, then it's gonna smear, right? So you do have to be aware. Whereas if you do it with watered down acrylic paint, like we did here, it's not going to move, right? The acrylic paint washes will not reactivate, but these will. So it's kind of a trade-off. It's real easy to use these, but you have to also know that they're water-based and can reactivate. So I think what I'll start first is I'm going to start with just the light green, and because I'm going to do what do you call it? The bamboo. I'm going to go ahead and start with the light green leaves. Let me see. Do y'all want me to, if I zoom in, I can't do both pages at once. So let's see here. can try to, I'll have to keep shifting, I have to keep shifting things around, which that's okay. But so what I'm going to do is I'll start by doing, and these will not go through. I've never had them go through even the thinnest Create Space papers, unless, now, let me say this, two things will make these go through a thin paper. One, on a thin paper, I won't do it on here because this is a thicker paper in this Kerby book, is if you like this, and you get something like, you get these leaves really, really wet, then you go over it with another color and get it even wetter, and then you put some water on it. It's the wetness or the water that's going to make it go through, not just the markers. Now, of course, alcohol-based markers, your Copics and alcohol-based markers will go through anything. So, if you have a one-sided color book page, that's fine. If it goes through, because it doesn't matter if there's nothing on the back. But that being said, if you have a book that has a one-sided page where it's white on the back, and some even have black on the back, either way, you'll still want to put something behind it because it could sink through to this page. Even though it goes through here, it can still go to there. So you got to be extra careful with that. Hi, Jen, Reading with Pugs. I did, if you didn't see, I did a little cozy mystery book haul on Monday. And I also showed the book that you posted on Instagram. I did buy that. I did buy that one too. I haven't started it yet because I just finished I finished 2 out of the series in one of the series I'm reading. So I finished 2 of those and I haven't got to that one yet. So yeah. So I did get that one you recommended, or kind of reviewed, a little paragraph review. So Jen is, if y'all don't follow Jen, she does color booking with her coloring assistant, but she does book reviews too. Jen, I mentioned it. Oh, thanks. I did. Whoops. Let's see. I did mention on stream on Monday that you did book reviews, but I didn't know if you did it like for a company, or if you just put it on Goodreads, or I couldn't remember who you reviewed for, because I know you do a lot of book reviews. So, I got to stay in camera here. But yeah, Jen is a big reader, big reader. And before everything all happened, she would go to the bookstores and show what she bought, and I hope she's going to start doing vlogging again. Okay, so yeah, there she goes. I review for multiple publishers. Yeah. So yeah, Jen reads a lot. So today we're coloring in Kerby Rosanes' Fragile World. Gaga sent this to me for my birthday. So what I'm doing here is just putting down a base on the leaves. If you want some lighter, I'm going to add dark and some shading to these. So this is like my lightest color in the leaves. But if you wanted them even lighter, I'll show you. Let me go ahead and put some on the porcelain tray here in just a minute. But it's a lot quicker to do something like this with an underpainting of either marker or watered down acrylic paint, because you get a nice base going. Then you can shade on top of it. And, not that everybody's in a big hurry to finish their pages, but, we love our color books and we have so many pages we love. And if you try to do all of them with just color pencil, you're going to be on, one page for a long time. Just saying. Anyway, so let me do a few here with the darker. Well, maybe I should do some of these lighter with the lighter so you can see. So you can put it down on a porcelain tray or a piece of plastic, and then pick it up with the water brush. Oop, I didn't clean my brush. Hang on, I still have the brown in there. Let's start that over. Clean my brush out. Let's start over. Put some down, and then you can pick it up, and then it'll be lighter. So I'll show you. I'll put it closer if you can't. Well, I think you can see that. So if you want a really lighter color of whatever color of water-based marker, it doesn't have to be the Crayola Super Tips. It's that they're just so inexpensive. I mean, budget friendly. They're really budget friendly pencils, and it just puts down a little wash of watercolor like this. So you can see the difference, full strength or watered down. But I'll make sure to do more. Aw, thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Jen. We love your vlogs. Oh, thank you, Ashley. They're real good. I'm glad you're here because they're really the super tips. Now, I always use a Kleenex to clean my brush in between colors. A Kleenex just soaks up just cleans it really well. So, and easy. They're really easy to do with, super tips. But the only thing, like I said, you just have to be careful if you do a background. And you touch one color to the other if it's not a waterproof, like this is waterproof. So the Faber-Castell brush, if I do the background, but if you use just another water-based marker, you do have to be a little careful because they will smear into each other because they're water activated, right? So I'll do a few like with the dark green. Well, I say dark green. It's the lightest green I think it's the lightest green. Oh, there's a yellow. I have a larger one like this. So that's yellow. And do some with the full strength here, and then some with watered down with the brush. And then I might do the stems. I might do even though they're usually green too, I might do a real light green with a little bit of yellow in the stalks. So, and I'll go here into the panda in just a little bit, but I want to try to show you everything that's going on. So then you can go back and shade more too. You can shade with pencil on top of this. All right, so let me go ahead and put some more down here. And I'll do some of the larger leaves. I'll do some of the larger leaves with the lighter color, like maybe the sun's hitting them. They're a little lighter. Let's see, maybe this one here. This one right here. And you can also move, you can touch some of the green that you have on here and it'll move as well. But just be careful. You have to be careful of over wetting, getting something too wet. Because again, it's not the markers that you're going to have an issue with. It's the water. Okay, it's the water. And I want to announce again that Janet and I are going to do a Journaling by 5 show tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern. 9:30 Eastern. Janet and I are going to do a Journaling by 5 together. So that might be fun. How does the paper hold up with? Yeah, it's fine, Marek. That's what I was saying. It's fine. Yeah, it's the water. It's not going to. These super tips I have found do not even go through thin papers, and Kerby's are not extra thin. They're a good weight. It's only if you oversaturate with water or too many layers of marker in between drying. So if you want to put more layers of color on, you have to either hit it with the heat gun or just wait till it dries. Once it's dry, then you're okay to add another layer on it. But you don't want to just, keep piling on the wet. Hi, Devin. You don't want to keep piling on marker on top of marker on top of marker because it's the water that's going to pill your paper and go through. But you can see, look, I'm just doing all I'm right now, just using one color. One color, some of it watered down and some of it full strength. So leave here. And see how fast it goes? It just goes really fast. We good on the lighting. So if y'all are coloring in something, go ahead and tell everybody what you're coloring in, or you can say your favorite color book artist. You know, do you have a favorite? We all have our favorites. You know, and most of us have more than one. But if you have a book you're coloring in right now, like Trisha's coloring in Ink House, what are y'all? Any of y'all coloring in something? Or if you're reading something, Jen, what are you reading right now? What are you reading? Are you reading another mystery, or what are you reading, Jen? And y'all put it in caps if you're talking to me, so I know you're talking to me. Because I am, you know, not sitting here staring at chat. I'm glancing up at chat in between coloring, right? So I do miss, you know, some of the chat. But I left a comment yesterday Monday on my video telling y'all I do go back and read the chat. You know, I try to do it every show, skim through it, and if there's anything, you know, new people or something I missed, or you know, I do appreciate the nice comments y'all leave. So I do see them, but it's usually when I go back and watch the chat because I can't catch it all here. Okay, Wendy is reading The Eye of the World, Robert Jordan. That's in the What You Call It series, right, Wendy? She spends, Juanita is coloring inspired coloring tattoo. Oh, I saw that. I did. Let me see. I'm going to go over to Instagram. I think you posted one over there. Coloring the tattoo color book. Yeah, I tried, Devin, to be at two places. I'm pretty good at, you know, after 10 years of streaming, I can catch a lot of it, you know. All right, so Jen's reading a thriller. It comes out in July. It's called The Drowning Kind. Oh, The Drowning Kind. Let me click on it. By Jennifer McMahon. McMahon? Is that how you said McMahon? Yeah. Anyway, you can see it. So she's pre-reading the books coming out. Okay, she says it's creepy and good. She writes paranormal mysteries. So I'm going to click on some of the things. Yeah, the Wheel of Time. Thank you, Wendy. I couldn't think of it. Wheel of Time. Arlene is coloring color book by Rick Piper. I don't know. Rick Piper. And Too Lazy to Get Up and reading The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Okay. Let's see. Let me go over to Instagram here and look for she. I'm not. Let's see. Is she? What? There she is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So she posted it in stages. So Juanita was coloring this snake in the tattoo. Let's see, which way are we going here? There we go. So she's got it. She posted different stages of having it done. Nice, Juanita. Cat and Paste is Romantic Country is her latest coloring obsession. Yeah, Romantic Country is a good one too. Debbie the Doodler is Alice Golden writes some cozy British mysteries. Learning to use my Albert Dürer watercolor pencils. I have a few of those left over from years ago. I haven't used them lately. I like British mysteries, but I have a couple of authors that I really like that I try to stick with, but I could read some new ones. It's just that, you know, so many books, just like color books. There's so many books. And even though I could sit down and read a book in a day, if I did nothing else, like those cozy mysteries I showed you, I usually read those in about 2 days because Hubster and I usually read every night. So, you know, we'll spend a couple hours reading every day. Or we can if we want to. And we usually do. I think he's reading Well, he has a couple books. I think he has 3 books going, actually. He's like me. As long as I can read multiple books, as long as they're not all the same. Like, I'm not going to be reading 3 cozy mysteries at the same time by 3 different authors or like that, you know. I think he's reading one about Custer and I forget. I forget. Let's see. Kalora's learning Zentangle. I saw the book. Yeah, you were using a book. I saw that posted, Kalora, that you have. I think it's one that Janet has. A Zentangle book. I think I gave most of my Zentangle books away because I don't Zentangle. But sometimes I bought a couple of them, like either on clearance or they were really pretty with other things to do in them. But I'm not a Zentangler or a mandala colorer. I don't enjoy doing repetitive patterns like that. And look at me coloring leaves. I mean, they're beautiful, and especially when they're finished. I just don't enjoy doing them myself. But there's some good ones out there. I don't know who I saw. Somebody, I think it was in a sidebar. It was in a sidebar of a recommendation. Somebody had, and I don't know who it was. I don't know what the book was. I didn't go to the video. I just saw it in the recommendation on the sidebar. It was a big, thick book, like 300 mandalas, however you say it. It was like 300 of them. It was a thick book like that. I went, oh my goodness. Somebody that likes to do them, you know. But yeah, it was a big Mama Jamba. Let's see. Jennifer Zimmerman on Etsy. Why does that sound familiar, Kara? I'm not sure. Jennifer Zimmerman. I think she's a color, right? I think I have some of her books. Let's see. Little Gypsy, good morning. Yeah, Devin, I finally got Kirby's World Within Worlds. Yeah. Which one are you doing, Devin? I don't know if I saw you post something on IG or not. Which one are you doing in World Within Worlds? My favorite one was the shoes. I love those shoes. I think that was in that one, right? Yeah. Let's see. Faye bought abandoned books, but without you to follow today went back to my class. Faye, I have tons of go look in my playlist. Go look at my playlist. I have tons on abandoned books. There's tons over there. Hi, Hedgie. Let's see. Sherry Buzz coloring and what I know which one you are. I can't say it. Everybody makes fun of me when I try to say the French. There's Faithful Mess. Faithful Mess, thank you so much for the stamps for my birthday. I appreciate it so much. My coloring book favorites are not your typical big names. So there's the ones that Faithful Mess sent. I sent you out something yesterday, Faithful Mess. You'll probably get it in a couple of days. Let's see. Yeah, I know Jade. I know Jade Gideon, but I don't think I know any of the other ones, Faithful Mess. Oh, you did color the crab picture. I put him in space. Did you post it on Instagram, Devin? Let me go look. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did like it too. So there's Devin Rex color. That was a few days ago. That's why. It was 5 days ago. That's why. It was 5 days ago. That's why I didn't remember, Devin. So there's her crab in space. Good job. I did like it 5 days ago. Whoops. I always do that. I accidentally click the turn off the button, and I always end up taking a screenshot. I like using mandalas to experiment with color scale. That's a good use for it, right? That's good. Also, guys, if you want to have some color combinations, go to design-seeds.com, and there are tons of color combinations. I'm trying to stay in frame here. I'm not going to zoom in anymore right now because y'all can see pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm just going to get these leaves done. I'll move over to the pandas and the background. I'll at least get sections done. So I feel like if at least if I do, like if I get one panda or the leaves or some of the background, then y'all can see the idea. And then, I'll post a finished picture on Instagram. You don't need to see me color every single leaf to know how to color a leaf, right? You know, you know how to do it if I do a few, even though I think I did them all on that page. Both, do you have both of David Haben books? Oh, the light bulb. Okay, yeah. I just didn't recognize his name. I do. I have both. Yeah, I think you sent them both to me. At least you sent one of them to me. Yeah, faithfulness. Thank you. I just did not recognize his name. Yeah. Let's see. Thank you, Stephanie. Finally able to watch live. Can't wait to get this book. I'm not sure when they said it's going to be on Amazon in the US. Sometime in March, middle of March. I forgot. Gaga sent it to me for my birthday from the UK. So, oh yes, I love those. I did, Karina. I did the what do you call it? Oh, I forget which book it is, but I did a lot, and I've done a lot in hers. Hang on, let me go over here to me. Let me get over here. Rabbit Trail. Hang on. The Cute and Creepy. I think I did 20 pages out of the Cute and Creepy last Halloween. So if you go over to my Instagram, other than all the bugs that I did from my bug poster, this was a whole poster that I did a bug a day for Inktober. And then at the end of the month, I showed the whole poster here. Here's the whole poster. So each one of these little bugs, I did one a day for 30 days. And then I blacked in the background, and it's big. It's like 22 by 29. It's big. But anyway, I think I did like 20. I did like 20 of Cute and Creepy during Halloween of Camilla Del Recco's pages. So that's over there. The stupid screenshot thing again. Let's see. Hi, KNRP Kim. Oh, it is available on Amazon now, Carla said. Okay, there you go. So here's what it looks like, guys, if you're looking for it. Fragile World, Kerby Rosanes. So, yeah. All right, so I think I'll stop on the leaves for a minute so you can see how you can do some dark, some light just by watering it down. Okay, so and you can continue. I'll do some of the larger ones light, with the water brush. Here, let me just do a couple more again. So you just put some marker down, and then just pick it up with the water brush, and then you can do some lighter and some darker. With full strength is how you can get them darker. But because they're water based, they're going to be translucent enough for you to still see the line art. When you're using acrylic paint, watered down acrylic paint, you do have to make sure you water it down enough that you can still see the line art underneath. Otherwise you're going to cover up everything. It'll be, just a solid. Hi, Kay. Let's see. All right. And again, before you I'm not going to do pencil on it right now, but before you put any pencil, you want to make sure that it's 100% dry, because otherwise you're just going to dig up the paper, right? Okay, so now let me go over here to the panda, and I'm going to take a tan color, and I do have a reference picture for some color ideas. You have to look up reference pictures. Don't be afraid to look up references. Okay, so I took and there's no color name on these, so I can't tell you what name they are. They're just, but you can get them in 100 different colors. The super tips. I love the super tips. All right, so now I am going to do a little bit of shading in his white fur. And underneath, like under his under the fur, like it's kind of a tan color, but where there's shadows in the highlights, it's kind of blue. So I'm going to do some of the under, like under the fur, it's got the kind of a brown color, and then like his belly and down in here. But up here and the top of his head, it's like a blue shadow. And the same thing for the fur in the black, it's got a blue shadow. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And you just got to keep putting more down because you pick it up pretty quick. I mean, just you can get maybe 2 pickups out of it before you have to lay some more down in the tray. But here's what I'm talking about. So see, I'm going around these leaves here. I'll be picking that green up if I'm not careful. Okay. So I'm just putting it down. But it's so much quicker to lay down a base coat and then go put in detail with pencil than trying to do all this with pencil. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Trust me, I've done lots of pages with all pencil, but it's much more time consuming. A lot more time consuming to do it all in pencil. Okay, put down a little more. And then what I'll do to have a few of these hairs stand out on his, because he's in shadow here. So you don't see a lot of the white hair on his belly. But what I'll do is I'll go back in there with Posca and put a few hairs in there to stand out. Okay, so you see how quick that was just to get that based in? How are we doing on lighting? There we go. Okay, so again, guys, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. No, Marilyn's asking me, I prime the paper. I never prime the paper. Not on anything. Not on, I mean, once in a while I use gesso for a special something like putting stencil down and removing, but I don't do it. No, I don't pre-prep any pages. I've done it for samples. I've done it for just for us to watch and see what happens and the differences and stuff like that. But no, I don't do that. I don't. Let's see. So, okay, I'm going to keep going here. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing over here on him. I'm going to go ahead and do the shadows. So I'm going to put down. And if you got a lot of water there, it's not going to scrub down. You need to kind of go to a dry spot so that it lays down on the porcelain or whatever, what do you call it, non-porous surface. Okay. So I'm going to put in the deep shadows here, brown. And then I can go back in after this is dry. I can go back in here and put some more of this color to darken certain areas. Okay. Going to try to get in here between these leaves. You have to be just a little more careful where you lay down color when you're using water base, because it will reactivate when you go to do like the leaves and stuff. You're going to pick it up if you go back over it. So I'm going to keep doing this. And just keep putting more down. And then I think today I'm going to try, because it's such a nice day, sunny day, after I stream, I'm going to run over and get my glasses came in, my new glasses. So I need to go get them. It's like a 35-minute drive over there, so I need to get over there while I have a nice sunny day to drive in. So I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Let's see. Okay, I don't see anything in caps, so I'm going to keep rolling here. And if you run out of clean space, you can just take a baby wipe and clean the whole tray off. I only use this tray for water-based things, so I can just take a baby wipe and clean the whole tray out. Okay, that right there is part of his brown fur, so that's going to go into the blue in a minute. So, all right. So now I am going to get this blue-gray color. Let me go ahead and get a baby wipe so I can keep this kind of clean. Okay. Now let me dry it, because the marker won't lay down on wet. So it's got to be dry. Hi, Becky. My cats are clawing at the door to come in. They were not behaving very well. All right, so I'm going to use some of this kind of a blue-gray color. Oh, I didn't clean my brush again. Hang on. Need another bait. I need another. Got brown in it still. I clean my brush with the Kleenex. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is the shadows that are on top. I don't know if that's going to be gray enough. Maybe I need to mix it with a little gray. Let's see. Let's get a little gray color. Let's try this color. Let's see what that one is. That's a little better. So maybe this color. And that's another thing you can mix. You can mix your colors. Now, one of the things about doing this with water base is you can't, you can paint over it with acrylic, but there's no lifting it back off, right? There's no lifting it back off with if you water it in. So, think about where you're putting your color, because you can't take it off. You can pencil over it, you can paint over it, but you're not going to get it to remove. All right, so I'm going to put all in the shadow here. I'm just going to go ahead and put blue down, all blue and gray, all over his fur. I'm just mixing the two colors, so it's kind of a blue-gray. So these will be the highlights in the fur, and then I can go back in either with some marker or pencil and do the shadows. Again, your base coat, this is a base coat. Can you use color pencils? Yes, we will be doing that, Angela. That's why I always do that. I always use pencils over my bases. Okay, so there we go. Got that. And then let's go over here again. Let me put down some of the blue and some of the gray. I'm trying to make sure I stay in frame because we're so zoomed in. Kind of mix those two colors, and let's put a little shadow in here. How am I doing with water? Am I running out? No, there's still water in there. I might squeeze a little water out. So it's just quick to get a base on there. All right, now let's go ahead, put some more down. Those two colors, mixing those. Alrighty. This is part of his arm there, which is the black fur on it. And again, you want to make sure this is 100% dry before you start going in there with pencil, because the pencil will, on wet paper, is going to pill and tear your paper. So you got to make sure it's all dry. That color's a little more tealy than I'd normally use, but that's okay. All right. So we have some shadows there. Yeah, the paper won't pill unless you get it too wet, Nat. Yeah. If you get it too wet, it will. Or if you try to, like, this is still damp, so you want to make sure you hit it with the heat gun or let it dry before you go in there with pencil. Okay, because it will pill. All right. So now let me clean my brush off. Okay, now I'm going to cap that and go back to my green. And let's get a few more of the little leaves in here while that's drying. Again, I can hit it with the heat gun, but try to stay in camera. So thanks, everybody. We have over 200 people watching. Thank you, lurkers. Feel free to come on in the chat. Everybody's really friendly. Of course, I know a lot of people work and lurk and you can't come in, but, you know. Thanks for watching. Get some tips if you like to. It doesn't even have to. The thing about color books, you know, people go, oh, it's just a color book. I'm telling you, you will learn so much about color blending, shading, color combinations, just control over your materials if you are in a color book. It's awesome. Plus, and you have a nice, pretty finished page when you're done. So don't let anybody diss on you for coloring in a color book. Just saying. Don't let them. Don't let them. Thanks, Lynette. Let's see. Salt and Life Gypsy. Thank you for being here. Anybody that's popping in. Again, if you talk to me, put it in caps so I can, see you, hopefully. But I do go back and look at my chat so that we can, so I can, see you, notice you, and thank you for being here. And again, tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern, Janet and I are going to do a journaling by 5. If y'all have not seen Shannon Green's journaling by 5, where you take, and Janet and I are still revising our rules. But what we're going to do is we're going to have 20 sheets of paper, and we have 5 minutes. No, is it 10 minutes for each of the 5 things we decided on, Janet? So we'll take, the different things are collaging, painting, stenciling or stamping. I have my little list over here. I got a little list. A focal point, and then pens, pencils, or any kind of detail you want to add. And so you have like 10 minutes for each of the 5 things. I think that can be whatever anybody wants to make it. If you want to make it 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I can't remember if Shannon had 15 minutes on each of the 5 topics. And then, you'll have 20 things that what I will end up doing, I know I will, is cutting them up for art cards. So I will end up cutting them up at the end of the process into art cards. So there'll be little cards ready for me to turn into little worlds, right? Do I base coat it? Sometimes, like, let me show you over here on this one that I did. I base coated it with a teal and then went over it with pencil. See the little pencil squiggles? But it was base coated with this was all done with acrylic. This one was done with a watered down acrylic, but it was all based with acrylic paint. Okay. Yeah. In this one, what I plan on doing is using a Faber-Castell Pitt brush pen because it's waterproof and it's a brush pen, so it's nice and pointy and I can get in there behind everything. So I'm probably going to do black background on this one too. I like black backgrounds because a lot of times I put my um, characters or whatever it is I'm doing, I put them in outer space. So I can put stars and planets and nebulas and all that. This one, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to color it in black. So whether I get the whole thing done is another story, but because I want to be able to work on the bears a little more, but and the bamboo stalks, which I probably will want them to be half green, half like a gold color, like a brownish gold color. So what I think I'll do with those is I'll draw a line with green and another line with, I'll test it to see if it'll work. And kind of blend them on the paper. We'll see if that'll work. If not, I'll have to do them like with the brush pen on the side on the porcelain tray. So let's go ahead. It doesn't take long to get it based in, as you can see. Hi, Tammy. I can't get over how good your lemur. Oh, thank you, Nat. Well, I've done hundreds of color book pages. I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating. And I've done hundreds of collages. So there is the aspect of a lot of practice. Okay, so some of those up there, I think I'll come over here and put a little bit lighter leaves on those up here in the corner. So watered down will make them lighter. Some there, and then maybe some right here too. When I come over here to the side, I'm just scribbling off some of the marker onto the tray and then picking it up with the brush. So let's do some lighter ones down in here. A few light ones. Maybe these right here. Clean off my brush so I don't forget. Sarah, there are videos in my playlist for nebulas and how to do galaxies in color pencils. There's almost all of them. Almost every page I do has got a galaxy. Not every page, like this one won't, but if you go to my color book playlist or my abandoned or my mixed media, any of those, you're going to see how I do galaxies, which can be interchanged. The same thing that I do in a color book with painting acrylic paint and then getting out a bucket of stars and then color penciling in the nebulas. I use the same techniques in color books, abandoned, mixed media, collage. I use the same stuff. It just crosses over. It all crosses over. Picola, we'll be doing 20 pages with 10 minutes on each thing. We'll have 10 minutes of collage, 10 minutes of painting, 10 minutes of penciling, those 20 pages. So we'll have 20 pages. We'll spend 10 minutes with paint, 10 minutes with collage, 10 minutes with a focal point, 10 minutes with all the different things. So essentially it's going to be 50 minutes. 50 minutes for 20 pages. And we might take a minute break in between. So we're not going to do 20 pages in 10 minutes, Picola. I don't know if we got at cross purposes in the chat, but yeah, we're going to take 20 pages. And then I think we're going to start with collage. I think Janet and I decided we're going to start with collage rather than paint first. So we will have 20 pages to collage something on in 10 minutes. Then we'll take those same 20 pages and spend 10 minutes putting paint. Then we'll take 10 more minutes to put down stenciling or stamping. See? I hope that's making sense. If not, you just watch it tomorrow. Not you, Picola, but anybody. And then if we take a minute break in between so that we can organize our stuff, get the stencils out, get the paint out, get the collage fodder out. You got to have a minute or so to get everything out. It's a mess, Ashley. You probably don't want to do it at work. Oh my goodness. You probably don't want to do journaling by 5 at work. All right, well, I'm getting my leaves done here. And we'll go back and work on the bear a little more. Or maybe I'll do the stalks next. The stalks of bamboo. Get those based in. And you put little shadows, behind them on the bear. Like, put some shadows from the leaves. Okay, let's go through here, see. Got a couple more little ones. Trying to find any leaves I missed. All right, let's see. Hi, Jen, the Canadian Dutchie. That's a long name. We'll just call you Jen. Jen from Canada. Hi, Abigail. Abigail in the Netherlands. Let's see. I'm just looking it over. I think there's probably going to be a couple leaves I've missed here and there. But the other nice thing about the super tips is you can get real thin. Like, let me get a little scratch paper here. Is you can get real thin lines. You can get like a medium line, a little thicker line, a real thick line. So you can get all kinds of widths with the super tip, which is nice. Jen is fine Canadian, but live in the Netherlands. Oh, you're in the Netherlands too. Okay. Oh, that's why the Dutchie. Okay, the Dutchie comes from the Netherlands part. Okay, gotcha. Well, have you met Abigail? Abigail is in the Netherlands. We had on Monday, I think we had 4 or 5 from the Netherlands all here at the same time. So thank you, guys. And I call everybody guys. Just saying. Bye, Becky. Thank you. Thank you, Colora, Becky. All right, let's see. I know I probably missed a few leaves here and there, but we'll find them as we get done. All right, so now I think what I want to try is I want to try with the now a more of an olive green, and let's see. Do I want more of a yellow color? I think I want more of a golden yellow color, like this color. No, it's almost the same. Maybe I do need a little bit of yellow. Let's see. Let's try this color. Because what I want to do, I want it kind of light. Because what I'm planning on trying is taking the olive green and in the shadow of on the shadow side, and there's line art there. Let me go ahead and zoom in now a little bit more. Let's see here. We lose a little clarity that close, but I think it'll work. So what I want to do is put a little bit of the olive green on the shadow side and underneath the stalk division thing there, and put some of that color all the way down, following one stalk at a time. And then take the yellow and put that on the outside edge. And then I want to try to mix it with the water brush. Now, will it have soaked in too much into the paper for it to blend? Maybe, but we'll see. So, because it soaks in real quick, right? It's a water-based marker. But that's my hope, is to take those two colors now and kind of see if I can drag them together. That's working. And then I'll just have to keep cleaning my brush off. Otherwise, it's just going to get too mud. But yeah, they're working. It's working. There's enough on there to, and I'm just keep wiping off my brush so I don't just get a solid brown on my brush. Clean it off. And of course, you can always keep going in there with pencil later. I'm trying to stay in camera. All right, so mixing those two colors worked kind of okay. It's okay. It's not the very best, but all right, so that's what I'm going to do on all the stalks. So I'm going to put some green on the shadow side, some yellow on the other side, and I'll go in there with details, with pencil. This is just to get you a nice base. Clean off the brush. This will get you a nice base going. Okay. Okay. Hi, Faithful. Oh, I said hi earlier. Thank you for the stamps, Faithful. You're so sweet. So sweet. Our faithful mess. So let's do a couple of these little ones at a time. Let's put some yellow and some of the olive green. And I am going a little fast, guys. I mean, I am trying to kind of get as much done as I can. You don't have to quite rush quite this much. Just because you want to get a lot done with markers, you still don't have to quite go, like try to rush through it. I go a little faster when I'm streaming because I want to get as much done as I can. When I'm coloring by myself, I don't do, I don't go quite that fast. I want to enjoy the process, too. But when I'm streaming, I'm trying to show you as much of the techniques as I can possibly squeeze in. Hi, Porcupine. Good to see you. All right, let me get a sip of juice. Hi, Patricia. All right, let's keep I'm keeping my Kleenex in one hand so I can keep cleaning my brush off. All right, so let's keep going here. And some of the yellow. And then watering it together, cleaning the brush as I go. Hope I'm staying in frame. There you go. So you kind of get a two-tone bamboo, and the stalk has a little yellow in it. All right, let's keep going. Let's do this one. And over here as well. I'm not being overly careful with staying in the lines because I'm going to do the background black and I know it. So I know I can cover up anything that goes out of lines. So, which I'm going to do that here in a minute. I'm going to do a little bit of the black background just so you can see what it looks like. And just keep wiping off my brush of the excess. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to this lime green over here because I missed a couple of leaves right in there. Spam. All right, so now let's see. Let's go back with the olive green and get a little bit in here on the one he's chewing on. Oops, sorry guys, got to keep moving because I'm so zoomed in. All right, put some yellow in there. All right. Looking it over, there's one right there. Hit a couple of little stalks here and there. Because again, I'm going to do the background black, so it'll cover up anything I went out of lines. Okay, there's a couple more leaves. Oh, sorry, gotta stay in here. A couple more leaves that I missed up there. Another bamboo stalk. One right there. And in the back of the book, Kerby put a little write-up about each of the animals that are endangered. So there's a little write-up in the back of the book on each one. Okay, let's do the rest of these. I want to finish these bamboo stalks so I can start on the background. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some yellow in. A couple of those little alrighty. Put a little bit of the green. Trying to stay in camera because we're so zoomed in. I have to keep moving the book. So hang on, I'll look back up at chat here in just a second. Alrighty. All right, now let me go in there with the water brush. I don't see anything in caps. So I don't see anybody talking to me right now. All right, so now let me go back in here with the brush and kind of just blend some of this out. I keep cleaning my brush so it doesn't just turn it to brown. Okay, what am I doing here? I hope y'all could see how it kind of blended. Let's see. These are, yeah, super tips. Yes, Donna. Crayola super tips. Yeah, they are. Crayola super tips. They come in like 100 colors. Yeah, I started it already, Becky. See, I got the shadows going. Yeah, I'm going to try to work on at least one of them. Yeah, today. All right, so now let me go ahead and I'm going to back out just a little. Back out just a little, and I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. Get everything nice and dry. Now, of course, I haven't done the bamboo on this side yet, but I do want to work on at least one of the bears. But I want to show you doing some background. So I could use a black super tip, but the black super tips are probably not going to be quite black enough. Whereas, I mean, real dark black. Whereas the Faber-Castell brush pen is going to be really dark black, and it is waterproof. They're fun. Super tips are fun. Did I see someone saying hi to Zippy? Hey, Zippy. Wait, where is my Zippy? Hang on, where did I put Zippy? I had Zippy up here. Where did I put him? Where did I put Zippy? I'm not sure where I put my Zippy the unicorn. I have my little Zippy the unicorn puppet. Hi, Zippy. Good to see you. The heat gun is from the Eisenhower administration. It is about 25 years old. It is a Marvy Uchida, and it is still working. And those of us, although Julie Topaz is finally gave up the ghost, but she had hers for like over 20 years as well. So the old Marvy Uchidas last a long time. Let's see, Donna. Yes, me and Janet are going to do a journaling by 5 project tomorrow at 9:30. What was the second grade? Did you steal this book? Oh my gosh. This is an awesome book. Okay, I gotta zip back out now. Zippy's yeah, look at this. This is Fragile World, Kerby Rosanes, who has done many color books, mostly animals. And have you not seen me do flips of these books? These books are amazing line art. Look at this line art. These are amazing. Look at this line art. If you've not seen Kerby Rosanes' color books, they are amazing. So I did this one on Monday, and this is with acrylic paint and color pencil. So today we're working on the pandas. I'm sure there's a unicorn book out there somewhere, Zippy. All right. So what I've done though on this one is I'm base coating with Crayola Super Tips to show you that these water-based markers you can use as watercolor by just laying them down on a tray or a piece of plastic and picking it up with the water brush, and then you have like a watercolor. So you can do this like watercolor. So after I get everything watercolored in, then I will go back in with color pencil and do the shading. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Tina. Good to see you, Tina. I wish I could make Pete shows. They're just too late for me. He's had some good UFOs. If y'all don't know Tina Kazowski, I know I didn't say that right. She's the mod over at Pete's Creepy Little Book show. It doesn't start till midnight, though. I think on Saturdays it comes on at 11, but it's at midnight Eastern. So it comes on really late, but they do all kinds of things, UFOs, Bigfoots, myths, mythology, a little of everything. And if y'all don't know the whole story behind Pete's, why he has the name Creepy Little Book, he has a story behind that. It's just really good. It's just, if you like talking about, phenomena or myths or mythology or any kind of thing, UFOs, it's just fun. I know. Oh, sorry, guys. This chat moves so fast. But on Saturday and Sundays it starts at 11. It's just still so late for us. Tina, I get up at least by 4:30. And so, if I stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to be any good with only 3 hours of sleep. So, I barely make sometimes Mike's drawn and quartered show on Wednesdays. Is he going to do them tonight? Anybody know? If I haven't seen him, I think he's had some family stuff to do, so I haven't seen Mike talk about drawn. No, I think he had a show last night. But again, Mike even comes on sometimes after 10, and that's 2 hour show that still puts me up there at midnight. So let's see. You got Donna, you got the candlelight book yesterday. Okay, that's the third one in the series. That's the third one in the series. I read 3 and 4, and I have book 1 and 2 coming to me from Thrift Books. So, hi, Sophia. Yes, we are cute and nice, Sophia. Thank you, Sophia. I don't know if, it is tonight. Arlene said, okay. So Arlene said that D&Q is tonight for sure. So Blacklist Universe, Mike Miller, world famous comic book artist, is it's called Drawn and Quartered on Wednesday nights, and he has different artists. I've been invited on, but I'm not really a comic book and not really a pen and ink. It's all in pen and ink. Or if it's digital, it's all black and white, I should say. It's all black and white. And I only do that during Inktober. So I mod at it, but I don't really participate in it. So, okay. So Arlene said tonight is Legend of Zelda. So if y'all want to see a bunch of awesome artists, y'all know Jason, he comes by here. Gary Shipman, he's there sometimes. They're the artists they're awesome artists, and they do the Drawn and Quartered every Wednesday night, almost every Wednesday night. For 2 hours, and then you get to vote. You get to vote on the best. You get to vote on your favorite, and then they do a drawing at the end. And if you win the drawing, you get a print of whoever the winner is. So let's just say Jason won. Well, then if you're the winner, then you'd get a print of Jason's art. Zippy. We love you, Zippy. Jotting something down, a notebook. Yeah, so Tina's giving you a quick wrap up of why his notebook. Yeah. I already knew the story, Tina. I was trying to make people go over there and figure it out for themselves. But Tina gave it away. Yeah, so that's why there's where Pete got the Creepy Little Book name. Right there. Tina. Hi, Tabby Lynn. Jay. Tina knows all. Yeah, Tina knows all. let's see, Riri. All right, so let me get back over here to. I want to do a little bit of background, and then we're going to work on the fur on the panda and the eyes. So let me go ahead and zoom back in a little. Okay, I know I'm really close in there, but there we go. All right, so I'm going to use a pit brush pen because it's waterproof, and it's a brush. So I'm going to get in here. I'll try to hold back, stay back away from the edge so that you can see what's going on. Now this will take you some time. And there's been times where I've colored the background before I come on because this is so time consuming. But I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but I'll do enough so you can see what it's gonna look like, hopefully. I might leave a little bit of a highlight on some of those, just so I can kind of see the very edge of the bamboo. But this is the time where you're going to want to take your time. So I'll do a little bit, and then I'll get back to the panda itself and do the fur. And you don't have to do a black background. You can do any color you want. I just think the black is going to stand out nice with the panda and the bamboo. I'm going to leave just a little bit of white around the ear so I don't lose that ear in there. But what I'm going to do is I'll end up going in here with Posca. Let me dry this just so I can show you. Let me go around this ear real quick and I'll show you around this ear. Let me do this little section right here. Oh, Zippy. You know how you liked my you like my Invisible Man? You like my Invisible Man ink drawing? I don't know if I can put my hand right on it because I haven't organized this yet. Let me see if I can find it. One of things to fall. Hang on. One of the girls, I can just put my hand on it here. I found it. Okay, I found it. All right. Look, Zippy. Elmaris, I don't think she's still here. But Zippy loved my Zippy loved my Invisible Man ink drawing. Elmaris for Christmas. I think it was for Christmas. For Christmas. Look, she cross stitched. she made a cross stitch of him for me. Isn't that amazing? I love this. But Zippy liked my Invisible Man. she cross stitched it for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in, Tina. I know, right? I love this so much. Oh my, everybody's laughing at it. So thank you again, Almaris. I love that. Okay, let's get back to the panda. It is. I love it, Almaris. Thank you so much. It is just so, yeah, it's just so perfect. All right. So what I want to show you though is let me go ahead and get around these ears because I want to show you how you can, make the ears stand out. All right. So I've gone around the leaves that are right close to his head here, I think. Okay, I can see where his ears are. You may not be able to, but what you can do is you can take your Posca and you can go in here and, well, let me see if I can zoom in one more. I know I won't stay here because it's going to be really tight, real close up, but I'll try to hold my pen back here. But you can put little hairs right over. Now you got to get the background first. Don't try to do this. Don't try to do this and then do the background around it. You have to have the background in, and then you can put in these little hairs. Look. So this is how you can do the ear hairs. And it's going to be the same any place that you want to put the little hairs. You want to have the background done wherever. Like I'm going over right now, I'm going over the bamboo right there. And you can just, put in a couple old man hairs, ear hairs, old man ear hairs, like old men have. Like that. So you see? And then you can also get in here with maybe just a little bit more of the blue. And you can also go over some of those white ones if you want to have a few, shaded ones in there. But I know, don't they, Devin? So same thing for over here on this one. Now they have black ears, right? So, just do a few. A few will be enough so that they stand out around some of the edges, and then maybe just a couple here or there. But just like that. And if they get too white or too many white ones, just make sure it's dry. And then go back in there with either pencil or marker. Let me get a pencil. And you can go over some of the white ones and knock it back so it's just not bright white, but they're still going to stand out. Okay. Leave a couple of them white, but you don't have to have them at his ear outlined in white. You can get in there with that and with the black pencil. Where's my black pencil? Hang on, let me get a black one. And remember what I said about line art in color books? It's very rarely really pure black line art. So especially around the eyes or in the eyes, if you want them really black, you're going to have to go back in there with pencil or pen or marker or something. I don't want to do those hairs yet because I want to do the white first. Okay, long nose hairs. Okay, so the same thing for the nose. Anything that's black, shiny black, like on a dog, or on, real dark black hair. Blue is always a good highlight color because the shine looks blue. Okay, so you could put some of that. Let me go ahead and do his eyes here. So I'm just putting a little bit in there. And his eyes are very small. So I'm just going to put just the tiniest little bit of brown in the eye. You won't even be able to see it. I'll do the same thing on this one's a little bigger. But the pupil is brown, dark brown. I mean the iris. And then the pupil is going to have, well, let me get a Sharpie pen for that. Don't use Sharpie markers. Sharpie markers will go through. Sharpie pen won't. Okay, so now he's got his little pupils done in there. Now I'm going to put a highlight so you can see that. Now I'm going to put a little bit more blue, shadow, but it's highlighting the blue. Highlighting the black hair with the blue. Now I'm going to take my Posca and get just the slightest, that's going to be too big. This might even be too big. I don't know if I could use a gel pen. This is so tiny. So I just really want a tiny little pupil. See, this one's too big. Let me wipe that off while it's wet. I want a little highlight in the pupil, but it's got to just barely touch it because it's going to be too big, even with the smallest. There we go. That's better. Just the tiniest little highlight in his eye. And if it's still a little big, I'll let it dry and go around it a little bit with the black pen again. Okay, same thing for over here. Just that one little white dot's going to make a difference. All right, so now what I want to do is go ahead and let's see, do I want to do this next? Because I can't really do much around. I think I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, so around his eyes, the hair, I want it to stand out more. And the black of the line art is not, it's more of a dark gray, right? So I'm going to go in here with my black Sharpie pen, not a Sharpie marker. And I'm going to add some little hairs here in this part. And again, you really don't want to do this until you've got any kind of shading or anything done around the outside. But I don't want to forget to show you this. Okay. Do you have the fine tip Poscas? Well, I don't know. Is this not fine tip? Do you mean finer than this? Like a pen? I don't think let me see what these are. No, I think that's the finest one I have. This one right here. I think this is the finest, which usually suits me fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some little hairs coming off the other part of his face. Around the eye. Okay. And again, if some of this is too, you can go in there. If it's too much, the white fur looks too thick, just go back in there with your Sharpie pen and you can knock it back. If you get too many white hairs in there, you just want his ears to you want him to know his ears are there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I want to make sure that he's got nice black around the eye there. And then the blue, what did I do with my blue? I didn't bring out the light blue. And then if I need any other little bit of highlight in there, I'll go in here, and this is where you start shading with pencil. It's very subtle, and even when I hold it up, I don't know how much you can really see because it's so little. Look, his eyes are not bigger than my fingernail. All right, so let's go in here on his nose. Again, because, let me sharpen this. The line art is gray, not, with my sharpener. If you want it to have a shine. So I'm going to get some black in there. His nostril. Around his mouth there. And a little bit of blue to keep the shine on the nose. And then I can get in here with the highlight around the nostrils. Just like that. Not too much because it's far, I mean, it's tiny. All right. All right, let's see. I want a little bit of, let me just get a little kind of a light peachy pink for the gums. Maybe a little bit of his tongue might be showing, just a little. I'm not sure what color the panda's tongues are, or if they're even just, might just be black. But I'm going to get in there between the teeth. And then you can always put a little bit of extra highlight. And then if you want certain areas of the bamboo, and I haven't done, his fur yet, but I want to show y'all like on the bamboo stalks, if you want like a nice area of a highlight or something on those, especially these thin ones, you can just go in here and just add just a little bit of white right along where the stalks meet. I don't know if you can see this. Where the stalks, they meet up right there. If you add just a little bit of a highlight on one side or even both, look how that makes that stand out. Now, you don't have to leave it white. You could also use other colors of Posca, but I find the Posca colors are not that subtle for the most part. So if you add some white to it, if you add white little highlights to it, when that dries, let's let it dry a minute, then I can go back over it with pencil or marker, and it'll still be more vibrant than it was. All right, so now I can take a green or a green pencil or the yellow, whatever. But if I go back over it, it's not going to be pure white, but it's still going to be more vibrant. I don't know how to say it better. You're still going to be able to see where I put the Posca down, but it's got a green tint to it. So what I'll do is I'll do all my bamboo like that. So wherever there's one of those connectors, you can add a little bit of highlight like this. Can you all see? Let me see. It's so close, so tiny. Like right here's one. See how that makes that stand out? Wherever there's a connector. And you don't have to leave it that white. Like I said, you can go back in there with the color back over the top. But you see how that gives it more form? Panda tongues are pink. Okay. You can't hardly see it because his inside of his, I did do his gums a little pink, but we could add pink in there too with pencil or marker. Let me see. It's hard for me to find any colors because I told y'all my crap pencils. They're not crap pencils. It's just that they're stored in a silverware tray is what Denise was. But I dumped them over. I hit it with the vacuum. I was vacuuming. I bumped into this tray and knocked it over. So we're going to have an ASMR moment while I look for some pink. Because I tipped the whole tray over. This is kind of a little magenta, but I think it'll work. I just want to add a little bit more pink. Just a tiny bit right there in the tongue. Hard to see. Yeah, I did. I think I followed you, didn't I, Porcupine? I think I followed you. I'm pretty sure I did. I found you. Oh my God. I try to follow everybody on IG. Well, artist, I should say. IG is not, it's my happy place. Don't do politics on Instagram. Let's see. Yeah, I'm following you. I'm following you. Let's see. I'm still wondering, are there kitchen utensils in your pencil case? No, no cat and paste. There isn't. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want a little bit more shadow in the fur on the. I don't need any more blue in the white part, but I do want a little bit darker color in the bottom in the bottom half. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit more with straight marker and just darken up a little bit more of the fur in the shadows. Not too much. Okay, just a little bit. Maybe a little bit here. So I'm just doing little lines. Okay, just a few, just to have a little bit darker. But remember, he's white. His fur is white, but these are just the shadows. So now what I can do is I can take my Posca. Hi, Carrie Ann. Anybody else I missed? Uh-oh, my lid flew off the pen. Let me get it. Grab it with my foot. I can pick things up with my toes. All right, so now what I want to do, well, maybe let me go ahead and get just, where's my blue gray? Just maybe a little bit more shadow right in here. Just a little. And it's probably more gray than it is blue, but I'm going to go ahead and do it kind of a blue color. And you may not be able to see much of the difference, but I'm just going to put a little bit more. Just a little bit. And you want all this done before you start hitting it with the Posca. Maybe just a little around the ears. That one looks okay. And I know I'm not going to finish this today, but I will post it. I will post it on Instagram when I'm done. Okay, I think that's enough. Just a little hint of a little darker. I'll bid for some Prismas. Oh, did you bid on some Prismas, Tori? Is that the only way you could get them in Ireland? Well, I don't usually go this fast, Tabby Lynn. When I'm by myself, I don't rush, but I do go a little faster on stream just so I can get it as much done for you guys. All right, so now it's time to start going. Oh, I'm going to start with the little hairs under his nose. I'm not going to make any hairs coming out of his nose. Let me get my pen going here. But he has little hairs that come like over his lip. I know you're not going to be able to see this. I don't know if I can get any closer, guys. I'm so zoomed in. This is just so small, right? It's so small. Look, I'm now going to start to get fuzzy. It's not going to be good quality for you because it's too zoomed in. But hopefully you can see a little bit. So I just want a couple little hairs kind of going over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much go over his whole face, right over the top of the colors I've done. And you may not be able to see it until I hold it real close up. And I'm go in the direction of the fur. If you're not sure, look it up, do a reference, and go in the direction that his fur flows. Don't just do straight up in lines. And some of it's like Kerby's got some directional. See, you can see some of the line art going that way. So kind of follow that if you're not sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the whole face. and fill it in with little white fur lines. And what this will do is you'll still see the shadow. That's why I got kind of a lot of gray there, or blue gray, and kind of a lot of the brown, because when you go back over it with the white, it's going to knock it way, way back. And you're going to be left with white fur with the shadow underneath of it. Back here in the back of his head. And then these hairs right here kind of flick over his ear. Oops, sorry guys. So you're going to want to do the whole face. Go in the direction that it looks like the fur is going in. Now, if this was bigger, if this was a bigger piece, like if I was doing a portrait or something, I would also be layering the fur. In other words, I'd start with, the smallest, and then I'd go back. I'd layer it up. But because this is so small, you're not going to be able to tell that I didn't layer it, that I'm just kind of all over the place with the fur. But if you're doing a portrait and it's bigger than this, you're going to want to layer it. So you're going to, like, here's the back row. So I would do this, and then I would come over the next row, and then the next, and keep working in, and from back to front. But because this is so tiny, you're not going to notice that. Maybe just right here you might, but the fur is so, it's so, the face is so tiny. You're not going to really notice that I didn't layer it all in the right, front to back. But what I'm doing is I'm going over all of it. And then what you're going to be left with is the shadow. Let's see. Can you see the gray underneath? You're going to be left with the shadow. And then if it doesn't look soft enough, I'll show you. Then after you're done with this, any areas that look a little coarse, like his fur might look a little coarse in certain areas, then you go over that with a color pencil and kind of like soften it out with a color pencil. But you have to have that color underneath before you start doing this. You can't put this down and get that same effect. Where's your silverware? Oh, my. Okay. My silverware's in the kitchen. I just bought trays. I have 2 silverware trays, one for the colors that you just saw that spilled, and then I have another tray for my neutrals. So I have 2 silverware trays. But yeah, I knocked one over the weekend when I was vacuuming in here. Janet said, well, that's what you get for vacuuming. I think it was Janet that said that. Don't vacuum. I got to vacuum. Okay, so again, I'm going to put a few hairs here over the ears to make them look real fluffy. Off the edge. And again, you really don't want to do these edges until you've got, like, for instance, I need to really do, like, whoops, that's the pen. I want the, like right in here, this needs to be colored in. This needs to be colored in. This needs to be colored in. Because if I'm going to do little flicks of hair over the face, you don't want to have to try to do the background after you did that. So wherever you're going to put those little hairs. Oh, thanks, Elmaris. Thank you. And again, you really want to make sure that's dry before you start putting Posca over it. So right there on the edges. Okay. Okay, now I don't know how much you can see, but we've gone from like this to this. Okay. So this is where we started with just a wash. I did add a little bit more before we went on from here. I did add a little bit more, shading with the pencil. You have to do this before you go in there with the Posca. But then you're going to re-white, they'll get the fur back to white with the Posca. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go down here into this part, down here. And again, you really want to start from the farthest away. Oh, wait, I got to do the black. Hang on. I got to do the background here first. Because the white hairs are going to flick over the background. So you have to have this in. Okay. Let's dry that. Hi, Lady Jan. All right, now we'll go back. Whoops. Go back here. Because his whole head is white. So what I'm really doing is just putting the white hairs over the shadows that are in the fur. So it's just enough. It's just enough for you to have a little bit of difference in color where the shadows are. Hang on, I'll go back to looking at the chat in just a second. Okay. I sent Dr. Dot a card from all of us, Pacola. I know she's in the hospital, and I sent a card to her. I don't know when she'll get it, or if, I sent it to her house, obviously. I don't know if anybody's taken her mail to her up there or whatever, but I sent her a card from all the fibs. Okay, so let me dry this. And then if you need to, if you felt like, well, I might need just a little bit more shadow in here, you can go back over it a little bit. I mean, don't get rid of all your white fur, but you can add a little touch of something, maybe around the eyes there, get a little bit, maybe back here in the back. behind the main line of his hair. Same thing with a little bit of the tan color. Let's see. It's going to be in my other tray. It's going to be in my neutrals. So you can just kind of knock back a little of the white. Don't lose all your fur. Don't lose your nice white fur. Just you can add just a little bit. So the color is not really shown up as true because I'm so zoomed in, but I think you get the idea. All right, so just so y'all can see how small we've been working. So you can see how small we've been working. Look, he's smaller than a hand. Let me zoom back in one. Okay, so, that's, pretty much his face. Although I might want just a little bit more white in here. A few little hairs kind of flicking over that. But you got some, shadows in the fur. Okay. Now the same kind of thing with the black. Now you can do it a couple different ways. I just like to I'll take my black and I've already got some blue where the highlights are, but I'm going to want his fur to be blacker. So I'm going to darken it here and especially like in these real dark shadow areas. And you can also just flick it, or you can use a pen. You can use a Sharpie pen if you want to do like individual little hairs. And if you're afraid you're going to do too much black with the pencil, then just go in here with your black pen. And I'm kind of doing the same thing. I did with the Posca, but I'm doing it with the black pen over the top. Okay. Remember, this is my highlights, that blue. But because line art in most color books is not black, you're going to have to do this yourself. You're going to have to get the blacks back because they're not, it's a dark gray. Most color book line art is a dark gray. So if you want it very black, like, we did up here in the eyes, you're going to have to go in there. See the difference? Look, you can see it real clearly right there. So you just got to keep doing it. And again, go in the direction of the fur. And this is just a Sharpie pen, not a marker. Sharpie markers will go through. But you see, look at the difference. And then where it gets thinner and lighter, then you want to do less. You don't want to do a solid black in there because you're going to lose all your light. So you would leave some light areas. Reminded me when you did the red background on Panda Page earlier in the Kerby book. I don't know. Do you remember what book that's in, Cat and Paste? I'll pull it out, but I don't remember which book that's in because I have all of Kerby's books. So if you tell me what book it's in, I can do a little flip of some of the Kerby books. I should do that. It's almost 11. Or is there anything else that y'all need for me to do on here so that you get the ideas of whatever, direction we're going? I'm also going to shadow, like you can put a little shadow under the leaves. And you could do that with a blue as well. But when it gets lighter and lighter up here, you want to space these out. Don't cover up all your blue. You know, don't make it as dark over there as you're going to do over here. Oh, thanks, Bacola. Yeah, tomorrow. Let me click on that. Janet and I are going to do the journaling by fives tomorrow. I don't know if it was an anamorphia, a magimorphia. I'll pull out. Let me pull my Kerby books out. I'll show you some of them because I haven't worked in my Kerby books probably in a year or two. Well, except for the last newest one. Other than that, all right. So same thing along the fur line here. I'm going to have a little bit of hairs flicking out. But I'm going to have to color the background black. So I'm going to make sure I'll have to get in there with some white on the edge. So you can kind of see, let's see, maybe a couple more around the eyes here. And also when you do fur or any kind of hair or fur, let me show you something else here. All right, so let's just say you have an edge of fur here. When you do fur, let me zoom in a little more. Hang on. Or you want edges of hair or fur, so you can have some a little bit thicker and some thinner, but depending on the animal, of course. But have them different thicknesses, and then kind of have them overlapping. Have a few over, because that'll make them look fluffier. If it's a solid, smooth fur, though, like I don't know, a cat that's like a gray cat doesn't have as much, they're smoother fur, then you're not going to have flicked out hairs like this. But if you flick them in a couple different directions, they're going to look more real. Let me do a couple more here. See? If you have them going in just a few, you don't have to have them all going like, don't have it going all, unless that's the kind of animal you want to, you know what I mean? But if you have a few flicking a different direction, it's going to look more natural, you know? Same thing, like let me do some eyelashes for you. Let me get my pen here. Like, let's say here's the eye here. All right, so let's say that's the top of the eyelid here. All right, let me do a do and a don't. Okay, so do not do this with your eyelashes. Don't do that. You can do whatever you want, but your eyelashes, if you think about them growing, here's the corner of the eye, that you might have a couple flicking toward that side, but have them different sizes. And they don't have to be quite this long, of course. You can do them any length. I like extra long lashes, but they're going to be a little thicker right at the base. So kind of, scruffy, and then flick. And they're going to be longer on the outside. Like here's the eye here. See, to make them look like real hairs. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll move back one here so I can do a double page. I think that's good. So you can see you can see where the black is here. We haven't done anything to this except add some of the gray. But once you start doing the individual little hairs like that, it just starts, looking so real, right? So I hope this helped. I don't like it when I get extensions and try to remove them myself. I've never had extensions, Cat and Pay, so I don't know. I've never done extensions, so I don't know how hard they are to remove. So kind of like that. And the same thing on these leaves. Let me show you again. Like I showed you here, see those little white little flicks on the bamboo? Well, you can do the same sort of thing. And depending on how much time you want to take, you can do it on every leaf. And then you can go back over that go back over that. If you want to knock back the white to go knock it back to green, let that dry, and then you can go back. See how that stands out though? Just those little flicks of highlight. Little flicks of highlight. Let's do this one up here. Now I haven't even shaded these yet, but you can see, I just want to show how you can add a little extra oomph to the leaves. And you can do that to every single leaf if you want. Now what I'll probably do is go in here with another shade of, let me get another shade of green. Hang on, I got to dig through this because I didn't get my pencil case out. My other set is in a pencil case. I know there's a dark green in here, so okay, this one will work. All right, so I might go in here and add a little bit of dark green, just a tiny bit, to each of the leaves. It'll make a difference. You wouldn't think it would, but it will. See that little bit of dark green? All right, let's do this one up here because it's bigger. All right, I'm going to try to hold this up. Let's do it here. Oops, I can't hold. So you can just add a little bit of extra dark green and then go back in there with a little bit of highlight. And again, you can go back over that highlight with another color, so it's not pure white as soon as it dries. But it just makes the leaves pop, doesn't it? I don't think, the Poscas are acrylic paint. They're not real watery. Now, could you scrub it and make it go through? Yeah, but you're not going to do that. It's not going to go through. It's not going to go through. Nothing went through. All right, so now let me go ahead and show you some of my Kerbys. This one you saw that I finished. Let me back out. Hang on. Let's get this situated here and get the color. It's a little better because it's not very focused. I've gone in and out with the light so many times it's messed up my light. Okay, let me get, hang on, let me get my Kerbys here. Let's see if I'm picking them all. All right, let me move my heat gun all the way. All right, so this one is The Fragile World, and I did do a flip through. I did, bye Nadia. Thanks everybody that's been here. So I did a flip of this, I think it was last Wednesday, and I might have done a little bit of it on Monday. Then here's World Within Worlds, and I'm just going to flip to the pages that I've done. Okay, I'm not going to flip through the whole book because I've done that before. I'm just going to flip through. So again, base coated with acrylic paint and then gone over with Posca and pencil. See all those little white dots in the leaves? That's Posca. Fragile World just came out, Debbie. Yeah, Fragile World just came out. Okay, this one, which I did all this with silver gel pen. You can see it there. All the wiring I did with silver gel pen. So there's that one. And here's another, somebody was asking about the background. This is black acrylic paint with color pencil to make the nebulas, shooting stars with Posca. This one, we did a little practice. We were trying out different pencils and different markers. So this was just a little test page we did. This one's not done, but it's taking a while, you can see. Not finished with that one. Finished this one. So the dragon's eye, every bit of this is done one little loopy at a time. This is highlighted with Posca. And this one's in progress. And I've left it so far because this is a good example. This is what it looks like when you put a wash of acrylic paint, just watered down acrylic matte craft paint, just matte craft paint. Okay, water it down, and this is what it looks like to start. And that's what he looked like to start, just like this. And then you go back in and start shading with pencil and Posca. So this is all pencil and Posca shaded on top of a wash that started out like this. Okay, just like this. It started like this. And then you go in there with details with your pencil and Posca, and start shading. So that one is World Within Worlds. Then Mythomorph. Now, in no particular order here. Here's Mythomorphia, because I forget which ones. I think Anamorphia. This one might have been first. Anamorphia came out. No, was it Imagimorphia? I can't remember which one came out first. I think it was Imagimorphia. So again, this has just got the wash down on it and acrylic, a little bit of acrylic clouds going on. Same thing for this. No, a lot of these aren't done because a lot of them I do for demos. And so, yeah. Okay. So the swans in the background are done, but not all the detail. So you can see, again, this is acrylic paint, white color pencil, acrylic paint, stars and the thing is, look, because this is acrylic paint, you couldn't do this. Let me get a white pencil here. Where's my white pencil? If this was pencil, you could not go in here and go on top of it like this. You can't do this on top of pencil. It won't work. Okay? It's because that's acrylic paint that I can do that. Hi, Gracie. I know I'm missing people coming in. Carrie Ann. So, and then the highlights on the little feathers are acrylic paint. And of course, I haven't done this, but look, see the wash? So this is a wash on the I guess they're koi fish. I'm going to make them koi fish. So I'll just kind of flip through. These are samples that I've done. Here's where I did a sample where I showed you how you can do smoke. This is just on top, because this is white pencil on top of gray acrylic paint, is why you can do this. You could not do this on top of pencil, okay? But you can do this because it's on top of paint. Okay, this one, I'm started doing the metallic gears, and so I showed how to, again, look what it started out as. It started out with just a wash. Think how long this would take if you did that in pencil. It took me like 3 minutes to put a wash of blue over the whole thing. And now I go in there and start shading with pencil. And then over here, some gold paint or copper paint to do the background there. So you can do so much with paint, guys, in your color book. Background done, just a background done. Again, background, I showed how to paint a black background. Let me find some pages that are done. Here's a different kind of background. It's with paint and pencil to make it look like fire. Let me find some. Okay, here's one. All right, so this one, again, painted the black background. Then I went over all the spider webs with stickles. So it's done with stickles. This one I colored in. I haven't shaded these yet, but I just put some color in the little items that are stuck in the web. This one is just the stickles without having them done. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm showing you lots of techniques. This one I love to show because I like to do the sound effects. So this one is going to be my mech moths, my mechanical moths. And what I try to do is make them look like they're going. So I love doing that. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So this, all right, so here's an example of a before with just a wash and the pencil. So this is, so when you first start out, you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like anything at first, but this is your base to turn it into this. So this is with just the wash, and I started doing a little pencil, but this is with the pencil. So you see, you like that, Bobby? Again, this is going to be like dirt and rocks and flying dirt in there because they're all tromping through the forest, right? So let me see where else I got some finished ones. Another demo of how to do water movement in the water. Let's see. And then here we did different samples with different techniques and different, with Crayola and the different, I wrote it down, gouache, different techniques there. So, okay, so that one is Imagimorphia. Anamorphia. Let's see here. Again, I started doing a little bit of shading here, not too much yet. Let me just flick through to the pages I'm done. Okay, this is another good example of, let me, I should get my pointer out, but it's in the box. Let me just get a pen. All right, so look here. This is with the wash of just some acrylic paint in blue and yellow, right? And then this is what it looks like after you add pencil. Let's not get that close there. So this is what you start with, and it doesn't look like much. But when you start adding your shading, right? Start adding your shading, or you start adding your Posca, your highlights. That's where it starts to, take shape. But because you have the acrylic paint on there is why it works that way. All right, let's see. Let me just find some pages that are done. This was a paper piecing one. Kerby left a lot of the alligators just blank for you to do whatever you want. So I did a paper piecing and cut out alligators for those. Let's see. Okay, this one's done. So there's my little iguanas there. Again, it's all done the same way. A base of paint, and then you go back over it. Okay, this one's done. Question Dee Dee, neon colors. I got the Paul Rubin neon one. The thing is, they're shiny. Metallics, you can try. Now, because they're watercolor, they may not be quite as shiny and slick as acrylic metallics. You can try, that's why you got test pages in the back here. Test it out to see before you slap on a bunch of paint that's not going to work. I always say to use matte, not gloss, not satin, not metallic, because your pencil won't go over it, okay? Your pencil, you can hard pressure on some metallics, but, you're not going to be able to blend. You're not going to get blends and stuff with metallics. Okay, let's see what else is done in here. This is where I showed you could use stencils. I use stencils on there. You can see I do a lot of demos for you guys. Here's a Mythomorphia. Again, let me just flip to some pages that are done. This one is done. This one took a while. It looks a little flashed out on camera. The colors are a little darker than this. But I did all the dragon, okay? All the dragon is done with little, look, it's all shaped. First, it started out with just a wash of acrylic. Then I went in there with pencil and went and did all this detail with pencil. Right? All this scales, all this is done with different shades of pencil. And then after it was completely done, I went in here and put this mist over the top. Now you got to be brave to do this, because I say this all the time. There's no going back. Once you start, with some baby wipe, going with white, you can't, you'd have to really work to get rid of that. It's on there. It's acrylic paint. But to do the mist like that, you got to kind of be brave and just go for it. Okay, let's see. This is my fire and water dragons. This one is, I'd say 90% done. And of course, this one's not done yet. So, okay. All right. So here is one of the pages that took me, and I did film this a few years ago. I think it was might have been back on Ustream. No, it was probably on YouTube. But I did like 5 episodes for this. And I think 2 of them didn't upload. So I think there's only 3 videos for this. An hour, 2 hours, maybe one might be 3 hours. But 2 of them didn't upload to YouTube for whatever that week was that we were doing this. This took many, many hours to do. I'm not going to lie. Because after I did everything and painted it, I also went back over it with gold and silver. Can you see that shine? So the reason this metallic is here, it's after the fact. It's after all the shading is done. So if you want to use your Paul Rubens metallics or pearls in your color book, make it like a final, like a coat on top of everything. That's what this is. This gold is on top of all the shading. So after I was done with all the shading, then I went back on top of it with metallic. And it's still translucent. You still see the shading, but it's got that shimmer to it, right? But this took a lot of hours. And it is a little flashed out. I'm trying to get let me darken, because the color is really not, let me turn the brightness down. There we go. There's the true color of it right there. But if I try to show the white pages with it this dark, it's not going to show up. So there's the true color right there. And did little splotchy ground, did his little, he just attacked something. But that did take a while. Let's see. This one, I did different, showed how to do different snow with purple and blue, and then stickles. Again, if you're going to put glitter, like in the snow, see the glitter up there? If you're going to do that, you have to do that after you've finished shading, because you cannot color pencil on top of glitter. That is hard glitter. You're not going to be able to get pencil shading on top of glitter. Oh, let's see. This one is half done. I got this side done, not that side. Again, I just stopped on this one to show you how to do clouds and mist. This one is done. My Kraken. And again, I just used 2 colors and black and white. So, or maybe I used 2 shades of teal. I think I used 2 shades of teal, black, white, and the fuchsia. So again, lots of detail in that one. But each one of these little nubbies is shaded around. Each one is shaded around the little nubbies. You finish them, Lisa. I know. They take a while. That's what I'm saying. If you use some acrylic paint. Okay, so here's another one where I showed how to do, after it was done, go back in with to do cloud, mist or fog or clouds or smoke coming out of his nostrils. That's all done with acrylic paint on a baby wipe. Mashed in my hand, and then take a baby wipe and smoosh it around. So that's mythomorphia. Then I've got a couple things done in geomorphia and phantomorphia. These were supposed to be, and they're extra thin. They were supposed to be like half a book and half a book because they're extra thin. So I didn't do too much in these. And these were one-sided. So when they're one-sided like this, that's the time to use a Copic, because your Copics it'll go through, Make sure you put something here so it doesn't get on this page. But that's the time to use your Copics, is when it's one-sided. So here you can see, like here, this is all done with Copics and alcohol markers. Not all, but you can see where it was done. It goes through. So this is what happens when you use a Copic or an alcohol marker. So you always want to put something here. So this was done with, this was done like that. And then back in there with Posca, this is, you know, to make it look like smoke. That's white acrylic paint. White acrylic paint to make it look like that. This one has just pencil around it. So, and then this one, I'm still working on the back. But again, that's, you know, Copic in there. What else do I have in here? I love this page. One of these days, I really want to sit down and do this page. I love this page. Love this. Started working on the ice castle. And then in Geomorphia, let's see, do I have anything? Oh, this one was the off-white paper. This one had off-white paper. I don't care for off-white paper, but that's just me. If it's in the Asian watercolor paper, if it's a watercolor paper, that's a cream color, I don't mind it. But this is not watercolor paper. It's just cream color. But I did this with pan pastel. So this is the horned beetle. It's a horned beetle. And it's not done. The page is not done. But you can see this one, this is done with pan pastel. So I got more to do. But, and you know, more shading and stuff. But I got the beetle really started there. So, yeah. I don't put acrylic, I don't put gesso or any mediums down before I do my pages, ever, never. I go straight on the pages. Straight on the pages. I just don't take the time. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But I just just don't do it. So, yeah, so that's what we've got done so far in Fragile World. Got this one done. That one done. And now it looks a little better, the color. Sometimes it looks flashed out depending on how much white I've been showing in the background. But there's the true color there. And then the one we're working on now is this one. And you can see where I left off doing the fur. So I'll keep working on it. Maybe, let's see, what day is today? I got to go get my glasses today. Janet and I are streaming in the morning. I don't know. This may not be done till next week because I got to do the art card swap out. You know, swap it out, and I have over 60, I think. I haven't made a complete count of it, but I think I have over 60. Let me put these back on the shelf. Oh, I'll show you one more because somebody did say something about this. Let me see if I can get these back on the shelf. I'll show this real quick. Where is it? Where's my pop manga? There's the mermaid. There's the pop manga. Where's my pop manga? Well, I was going to show my creepy cool book, but now I don't know where it is. Where is it? Where are you, pop? Oh, here it is. Cute and creepy. So I'll show this real quick before we go. So these are the ones that I did. Oh, that's my second copy. I bought a second copy. Let me find my original copy. Where's my cute and creepy? Hang on. It's got an orange spine. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Well, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Because I did do a lot in this cute and creepy question. Mary's asking a question. When I use black acrylic paint, I get pencil transfer onto the paint. I don't know. I never spray them. Now, if I use pan pastels, I spray a fixative if I use pan pastels. Other than that, I don't. I don't know why you're getting pencil transfer. Now, if you mean when you work on one page, let's say you got black acrylic paint over here and you want to work on this page and you're bearing down on this with pencil. I can see what you mean about it transferring. What you need to do is when you're working on a page to always have something in between. If you mean it's just transferring just by touching, I don't know. Now, if you are working on something and it transfers, I can see how that happens. So what you need to do, everybody, when you're working on a page, you need to have something behind it to protect the other page. Okay? All right, so you want to do that. Okay, so this is Pop Manga, Cute and Creepy. And I worked on this last Halloween. I don't know, we'll count how many pages. But I did a page like every day or every other day while I was doing my bug poster, my inking poster. So these were done last October. Now, not all of them are on video. Not everyone is a video because I don't stream every day. But quite a few of them are videoed. Okay? So there's this one. I really like this one. I really like those eyes. So that one turned out really good. And see the Posca? This one. This one was a wash. I don't know if it was watercolor or if it was watered down. I think it was watercolor. And but you could do the same effect with watered down super tips. Okay. So there's a lot of pages done in here. This one's black acrylic paint in the background. And they're all on my Instagram. If you want to see them close up and personal, they're all on Instagram. And these do take a while because look, there's so many. She did a lot of background things, so it did take a while to do these. Not going to lie, it does take a while to do all these details. Oh, thank you, Nat, for the Canadian $20.99. You just can't get out of the oh, thank you. Well, send me your address, and I will send you the monthly thank you print. Let me write you down. Hang on, and let me post my email. Thank you, the Nats. I'm writing you down. Thank you for the $20.99 Canadian super chat. So much. Let me give you my email. Email me your address if you'd like a thank you. Oh, well, there. Pacola just put it in. There it is right there. Thank you, Pacola. Pacola's that snapping turtle. I was going to say snapping dragon, but snapdragon. Oh, you're going to be, Pacola, you're going to be my snapdragon. I'm going to call Pacola my snapdragon. That's so perfect and so fitting. Thank you, Nats. Oh, so here's the little she's sitting in a skull mask, so I put little ones in there. Trapper Keeper Snapdragon. Yes, the Trapper Keeper too. Yes. She's the Trapper Keeper. Snapdragon Trapper Keeper. And this one was fun. I added little underarm hairs. I added little underarm hairs. Those weren't there, but this is another. Here again, this is the fur, right? Like with the fur on these little creatures. But this one, I had to add little underarm hairs. I just had to. Did I add a belly button hair? Yeah, I did. I added belly button hair too. But these were fun to do. These were fun to do at Halloween. You remember those, Ashley? Yeah. But there's so many. I mean, I didn't get to half of them, right? These two. So there's the Bride of Frankenstein, and you see all the little Frankensteins in the background. They take a while to do all that background. And their little curly hair. And then this girl here, I made her have a real pretty afro hair. Our little mad scientist. So these were fun to do. Do you giggle all the way through that? I did, Jane. Creature from the Black Lagoon. And just a little pirate. I try to do them all different, you know. I try to do them all different in some way. This one has little fangs. And this is all done with paint. It's all done with acrylic paint. Oh, thank you, Cat and Paste. And little dragon here. And again, they're all on Instagram. I posted them all. Every time I did one, I posted it on Instagram. All those little ghosties. Did I miss one there? No. And this one, the mummy, I did her all monochromatic. Added some white eyelashes in there. And then this one, the light for the pumpkin. And see the cat? I wanted him to kind of like, you really have to look to see the cat looking in the pumpkin. And then just did some white, you know, beams. An little scarecrow. There's so many good pages. What I'll do is next Halloween or next October, depending on how much of a detail, what kind of Inktober I do, because next year will be my 7th year of doing Inktober every year in a row. If I don't do something really detailed, then I'll intersperse it with doing these. I love this one. And the lace I did with Posca. And the same thing for the hedgehog. See the little hedgehog spikes? That's all done with Posca. Does she look like, oh, what's on my head? You turned your ghost into Santa, Ashley? Oh my gosh. So I really like her. And then here's the little octopus girl there. The little queen. So yeah, I think what I'll do, and then I still have the wax paper to divide the pages in there. So I think what I'll do is I'll work on this book again in October and work on the pages that are still left. Because I don't know, how many did we do? One, I didn't count them. I was going to count them while I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. So we did 23 pages in October. So I didn't do one every day, but we got 23 of them done in October. You like the hedgehog, Carrie Ann? Yeah. So, okay, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and go so I can go over and get my new glasses. And don't forget, tomorrow, Janet and I are going to do a journaling by 5 at 9:30 in the morning. And if you can be here, you know, and my mods, if they can't be here, then that's fine. You can't, you know. But I just like to let y'all know, you know, when we are. So this is what we worked on today. And again, I don't know. It depends. I really, you know, I've been reading more, an extra hour at night instead of just maybe 2. I'm reading 3. So it might be a while, especially if I'm going to swap out all the, let me show y'all real quick. Hang on. let me just make sure I don't show any. Let's back out. Hang on, guys. Okay, let's back all the way out. Um, let me show you do I have them all right here? Let's see. I don't want to show any addresses, so I'm going to be careful. Let me see what I got to set something up to hold it. Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. I'll show you how many we have. I got to prop it up with something. Let's see. Let me get a couple journals here. Let's put some journals here. Is that going to hold it up? It's not going to hold it up. Here, let's see. There we go. All right. Hang on. So, I need something else. Get my foot there. There we go. Hang on, because I've got them all stacked right here together. And then I got the... Is that going to hold? Honestly, I was going to try to count them, but I don't know. All right, then I got all these that are in this bucket. So, yeah. So we got something like, it doesn't look like a lot here, but there's like 60. There's like over 60. So I will be working on, oh, he keeps messaging me. Oh, it's not me, it's the family stuff. And then I've got the little book here. There's my one card. I got some extra sleeves to put in here. So I have enough to put 2 on a page, including with these, because there's 5, that's 10 in each, that's 20 pages there. And then I've got like, I think there's 20 here. So we got plenty of room to put all of the, yeah, there went my pencils again. They didn't all tump out, just halfway. Oh my gosh, I gotta organize this desk. So let me move that. So I'll be swapping those all out and looking forward to get them all mailed out by, at the latest, they'll be mailed out as Tuesday. Okay, so I'll have the weekend. And if any of them come in, if any more come in between now and say Saturday, I can probably still swap them out. I'll do one more post office run on Saturday. And so hopefully everybody's will be here. I won't show them because I'm going to be swapping out, right? So, all right. You like that? Yeah, Shannon Green is the one that made up Journaling by 5. So Janet and I are going to do that tomorrow. And there we go. And looking forward to it. So hopefully y'all can be here at 9:30. Oh, there's my mailman. Should I go see if we got any? Let me see what he's putting in my mail. Let me see. Hang on. Let's see what he's doing. As long as he's not getting out of the truck. No. Okay. Do y'all want me to go see if I got any last minute cards? You sent yours yesterday, Molly? I don't know. If it gets here by Saturday, it has to get here by Saturday. If y'all want to wait a second, I'll go look. Hang on. Let me go check my mail because he just drove by. I'm not going to let the cats in here. Hang on. Okay, guys, what's cat toy? No more mail. No more cards came in. So, all right, guys. Well, then we will see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll check the post office. Mail arrived at your. Oh, okay, Janice. Well, I will check the post office Thursday and Saturday. So Hubster may check it for me tonight. But my point is if they come in, they'll get swapped, but they won't get shown on the show. So I'm out of breath. Okay. So yes, Jen. Yeah, if Hubster checks the post office tonight, if not, I'll check it tomorrow and then again on Saturday. So everybody, you're welcome, G. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jerry. Anybody else I missed? So thanks everybody for being here. I hope y'all had fun. And don't forget, Janet and I are going to do the journaling by 5 at 9:30. 9:30, not 8:30. 9:30 Eastern in the morning. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for being here. All right. Bye.